Happy summer, everybody. It's summer reading time at the library. We're doing Tales and Tales. Mrs. Tagg, I don't have a tail. Oh, Annie, you don't have a tail. But Java and Joe have a tail. They do, don't they? Here's Joe's tail. Here's Java's tail. Roar! There are summer reading mascots for Tales and Tales. How are you doing today, Annie? I'm doing pretty good, Mrs. Tagg. You're still wearing your mask? Yeah, 'cause I'm too little to get a vaccine. Mrs. Tagg, you don't have your mask on. You're right, Annie. I've had both my shots, so I can come out without a mask. I still might wear it sometimes because I want to protect the little kids just like you. Okay, Mrs. Tagg, thank you. I appreciate you doing that. You're welcome, Annie. Hey, Annie, are you ready to help sing our good morning song? Remember, we're not going to sing anybody's names because I don't know everybody who's watching. So I just hope everybody knows that they're all still welcome to come to the library. Okay, Mrs. Tagg, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the more we get together, together, together. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. I see grandmas and grandpas and mommies and daddies and brothers and sisters and kitties and doggies and babies too. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Thank you, Annie. You're welcome, Mrs. Tagg. Hey, Annie. Today we're going to be talking about animals that live in the woods. The habitats of the woods. We have woods around Coopersville. Some places, if you drive a little further north in Michigan, you'll find big forests. So we're talking about 2 animals that live in forests. One animal is a fox. So here's the craft for a fox. And I have a story about a fox too. And one animal is about a raccoon. Raccoons you can actually see here in Coopersville, and fox too. Although they're supposed to live out in the woods, they like to come in sometimes and take your garbage away. Raccoons do. So those are the 2 crafts. You get to come to the library and choose just one per kid to take home with you. Annie, I'm going to sit you down, and I'm going to put Java and Joe down too, so we can get going here. Come on, Java. Come on, Joe. Roar. All right. Have a seat down here with Annie. Okay, this time they didn't fall. All right, since our story time today is about tales, the summer reading program is about tales and tales meaning stories, and tails meaning parts of an animal. Or a fish has a tail too. So this story here is called Who Has This Tail? It is written by Laura Hulbert, and it is illustrated by Eric Brooks. This is a guessing game. Look, you have to look at the page and kind of guess which animal belongs to which tail. This is the title page, Who Has This Tail? By Laura Hulbert. Who has this tail? Any idea? A spider monkey has this tail. A spider monkey uses its tail to hang on 2 branches. Who has this tail? Do you have any ideas? I don't know, you might be right. Let's find out. A rattlesnake has this tail. A rattlesnake uses its tail to warn its enemies. Shakes it, goes, stay away. Who has this tail? I don't know. I can't even guess myself. Maybe you know. Let's find out. A shark has this tail? A shark uses its tail to push itself through the water. Who has this tail? Kind of looks like my dog's tail. Think, Miss Katie, that might be a dog? I don't know, let's find out. A gerbil has this tail. A gerbil uses its tail to balance on its back legs. Who has this tail? I don't know. What do you think? Let's find out. A horse has this tail. A horse uses its tail to flick away flies. Who has this tail? That actually looks more like a plant to me, but it's not, it's a tail. A scorpion has this tail. We don't have any of those animals living in Coopersville. Actually, quite a few of these animals we don't, but they still live on the world, and they have tails. A scorpion uses its tail to sting its prey. Who has this tail? It's a pretty tail, isn't it? Oh, you know what it is? Okay. A peacock has this tail. A peacock uses its tail to attract its mate. That's the female, and that's the male. And this, he says, don't I look mighty handsome? And she said, you sure do. Who has this tail? Some of you might have one of these at home. Let's see. No, it's a fox. I thought it was a kitty cat because I was peeking. But it's not a cat. He's a cousin of the cat, but it's not, it's a fox. An Arctic fox has this tail. An Arctic fox uses its tail to stay warm when it sleeps. And actually, real cats do the same thing. When they want to cuddle up, they take their tail and wrap it around themselves. And so do fox, the other kinds of fox that live in Michigan. They do the same thing. Who has this tail? A beaver has this tail, and beavers live in Michigan. A beaver uses its tail to steer in the water. And here are some animals. We have these tails. We have a scorpion, a monkey, a horse, a beaver, a gerbil, a shark, an Arctic fox, a peacock, and a rattlesnake. They all have tails. Now, I have a picture of raccoons. And this book is about raccoons. At our library, we have nonfiction books too, which are books that are not fake. That means they're real. And so this book here, you can find it in our nonfiction section, and it is about raccoons. Every single page has pictures of raccoons. And I took and put little sticky notes up here so I could show you some of my favorite pictures of raccoons. Here, these are raccoons, and guess what they're doing? They're washing their hands. They have fingers and a thumb, just like you, and they don't like to get their fingers and thumbs dirty, so they wash them. And they also catch fish in the water too, or crayfish. But he's washing them. Let's see what the next favorite picture I had of the raccoons was. Oh, I like this one. He's sleeping up in the tree. How would you like to sleep in a tree like that? He looks kind of cozy, but for a person, I don't think it's very cozy. And here's a raccoon right here too. He's climbing down head first from a tree. He probably climbs backwards too, but this picture they have him going head first down a tree. Not a good idea for people to climb head first down. And this is a picture of a fox and a raccoon. Even though they live in the woods together, They are not friends in the woods. They each want the same spot, so they're not very good friends. But they both live in the woods or in the forest. So this one, if you want to know more about raccoons in a nonfiction book, you can come to the library and maybe check this book out. And this book is also a nonfiction book, and it tells you about all different animals that live in a forest. It says who lives in a forest. There's a lynx and a black bear, all different animals that live in the forest. Even a frog. Now, let's read our story about foxes. And this fox has a friend on the back. So there's two foxes. And this book is a fiction story. It's not real. Somebody drew the pictures, and they're not real pictures of fox. So the name of the story is called Fox. And the author who wrote this story is Katie Banks. And the person who illustrated it or drew the pictures is George Selbin. There's the forest. The title page says Fox. It is spring in the forest among the roots. A great oak tree in a brown earthen den, a baby fox is born. And the rain comes and goes, and the little stream grows into a rolling river. The baby fox buries his head into the mama's thick fur, the color of brushed leaves. He sucks hungrily on her. And the sun comes and goes, and the buds start to show on the sprouting vines. The little fox pokes his head out of the den. He creeps toward the meadow. "No, fox, no," says his mother. "You are not ready," says his father. "When will I be ready?" asks the little fox. They wait until the sun sets, blocked by the weight of the day. Then they lead the little fox out of the forest. They leap like shadows through the fields, and the stars come and go, and the crescent moon grows into a big round ball. So there's the mom and the dad and the baby fox. The little fox is hungry. His mama shows him how to find blackberries. His father shows him how to catch rodents and birds. "Am I ready?" the little fox asks. "Not yet," says his mother. The clouds come and go, and the small wind blows into billowy gusts. The little fox picks up his ears. He hears a distant howling. The enemy is nearby. The little fox moves towards the sound. "No, fox, no," says his papa. He leads the little fox deeper into the forest, far from danger. And the sound comes and goes, and the silence grows into a peaceable hum. The little fox trots through the woods. He watches his papa cross the river, and he follows. "No, fox, no," says his mother. "When will I be ready?" said the little fox. "Soon," says his mother. She shelters them in the shade of the tree. Overhead, the branches sigh, like a lullaby, setting the world at ease. And the birds come and go, and the saplings grow into tall, sturdy trees. Fall comes. The trees begin to shiver, and their leaves change color. Mama gathers extra berries and seeds. The little fox blinks his shiny eyes and twitches his black velvet nose. "Am I ready now?" he asks. "Almost," says his mother. His papa digs a shallow hole in the dirt for storing food for winter. Then he retraces his footprints to mask his trail. The days come and go, and the little fox grows stronger and able. At last, the little fox can hunt on his own. He can feed himself and bury his food. He can hide in the bushes and run like the wind. Now am I ready? He says. Go, fox, go, says his mother. And as the orange sun leaves the sky, like a big goodbye, the little fox goes, and the mama fox knows, and the papa fox knows that he will be fine. Because they taught him everything he needed to do to live on his own. Foxes don't live with their families all the time, like kids do. Although when you get bigger and you grow up, maybe go to college or go get a job as an electrician, then maybe you won't live in your house too. But that won't be for a long, long time. So don't worry about that, okay? I hope you come into the library to get one of our crafts. See you later. Take care.